Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse. Or Taz is not in a food coma yet. Yet. We'll put in the yet there. Hang on, let's see. Satalia sent me another message. Let's see what Satalia said. Oh, everything else is ground. Okay. So Satalia has Herald Chips and the event, which is the same thing. Good morning, 47 Alpha Tango. Good morning, everybody. For whatever reason, it got cold last night. It got like to, I don't know, 50 some degrees. And I couldn't get out of bed to get a blanket because I had one dog lying down on top of the sheets on one side and the other one on top of the sheets on the other side. And it was like being in a little, I don't know, confined area. I have claustrophobia, so I don't know what the right word would be because I would never put myself in a position where I couldn't turn over except with dogs. Well, it'll be 90 by the end of the day, Satalia. It's just at night. And of course, I had the fans on because I sleep with the back door open. There's my house, the main bedroom is on the ground floor. It has double French doors to the deck. And to make my life more pleasant, and so I don't have to get up in the middle of the night, is I leave the door open. So if the dog needs to go out, dogs can go out. If dogs want to come in, dogs can come in. But it also means mosquitoes can come in. So I turn on the fans. Good morning, Chris. Which, it's 50
Happy.
degrees and the fans are on. Yeah, it was chilly. 47 says our low tonight was 84. Well, so you live in a warm place. I will say 84 compared to the worst we had there when I was there was 114. Morning, Swifty. Satalia says you make it easier for El Chupacabra to enter the house. They're already in the house. They're sleeping on the couch behind me right now. El Chupacabra and El Chupacabra Jr.
It's kind of funny to think you have kind of chupacabra dogs in your house.
Yeah, they are. They are the hellspawn. They are the, what is it, goat suckers? They are the goat suckers. Yeah, actually, that's a good name for a moopsie. What's Chupacabra saying face sucker instead of goat sucker?
But technically, Moopsie is a bone sucker.
We can put it into something form. Good morning, Swifty. So Satalia needs the event and she needs some Herald ships, which is probably good. I need some Borg ships and some Undine ships in the battle zone.
I mean, that's one of them.
I'd ask Taz what he's got, but I know Taz is just out of food coma and therefore isn't awake yet and not in game. I'm right, he's not in game. Oh, so, okay, since everybody's here, we're going to do a watch party tonight for the last 3 episodes. So episodes 3, 4, and 5 of Strange New Worlds. I know it's a big one because I might not be home next Friday, so let's get this caught up to speed here. So we're going to start at 6 p.m. my time, which is approximately 12 hours from now. So if you would like to join us, you are more than welcome to join us.
I'm jumping in right now, Mom.
Okay. I haven't started anything yet. Let's see.
I was waiting for you. I went to bed that.
Well, everything just started, so no worries there. I've still got 2 hours. Am I wearing the right glasses? Yes, I've got the right glasses on. I discovered that I have 2 sets of glasses, one with metal frames, one with plastic frames. And after I'm wearing the plastic frame ones for like an hour with the headset on, I start to get this really weird headache. It's because the glasses are a little too wide. The headphones smush them. It changes the way that my vision is. Oh, okay. Where are the metal ones? It'll bend the frames. It'll bend the earpieces, but it won't bend the frames. And don't suggest I get contacts. That was an experiment that did not go well. Chris, are you not in game?
Not yet.
Okay. Just confirming that. And I don't start Swifty.
It's taking a moment to log in, actually.
Yeah, it took me a few seconds. I was just getting a black screen for a substantial amount of time. It had done the cryptic load and screen, and then it just went black and nothing was coming up. Speaking of which, somebody was complaining about the long load-in times between characters yesterday, and he
Oh.
was in Star Trek Online in chat, and they were about to send in a bug report, and as soon as they were about ready to hit the send, the screen came up, and I'm like, see, that's why it works. You know, threats. Threats work to convince your computer or your printer to do things. So I suggested, either put a baseball bat within view of the computer or possibly a nice big heavy wrench. And I don't know if they responded to that. But it
Can we
works for
Mom
suggest
me.
that
had a
the
hammer.
cryptic? Can we
Yeah.
suggest that the cryptic to put a baseball bat next to the servers?
I will add that to my list.
Because honestly, at this point, maybe that was gonna make things work.
Let's see if anything's come up.
Gotta try something.
Oh. Oh, no, that's not a thing.
That's interesting.
Still having the same issue, by the way, with Tribble. Okay, so they have not run the Tribble patch yet.
I gave you all 3 of mine.
Oh, somebody liked my response about threatening your computer. So we're good. Good morning, Christopher. I heard a rumor the commandant of Starfleet Academy was a species. That is so good. Okay, I will read that. I had to read the punchline first. This is Cetalia level good 47, which is. Stop doing that. I heard a rumor the commandant of Starfleet Academy was a species 8472 infiltrator. He temporarily got demoted to Undine of students. Yeah, Cetalia, I saw that. We can do Brotherhood when Chris logs in. I saw that, Cetalia. Let's see. Gornon Nimbus, that's on you. Destroy destructible torpedoes. Don't do your destroy destructible torpedoes. And heal health on the ground, which is also on you, but that one's easy. The reason I'm saying don't do destroy destructible torpedoes is because the universal today is crystalline catastrophe, which means that you will be able to get all of those as the torps. So if it doesn't happen, that's the easy way.
And to restart the game, it doesn't pick up my audio.
Oh,
Or
that's
something
interesting. Yeah.
bugs out.
It's 12:08 there. Okay, so yeah, you're on the 6-hour time change then. I was just talking with my cousin from Malmo last night after I talked to you because he's here in the States at the moment. And he's like, you should come over for the holidays this winter. And I'm like, I was over for the holidays a few years ago. You should be over here for hunting season. So I'm going to update my passport and might be over there for hunting season. I do not hunt, but he does. And I love going up to the hunting lodge there, and it's the most chill place on the planet. It's got running water, it's got heat, but it's heat from, you got to chop down your own trees and cut them up a season or two in advance and let everything dry out. So it's just like, so nice. Christopher says I hunt ladies only, though.
Okay,
Is it
this is
wabbit or
wrong.
duck season? I do believe it would be moose and or reindeer up there. And while I'm not that fond of moose, moose is extremely lean. Very flavorful, but very, very lean. Reindeer. Oh my god, reindeer. Reindeer. Yum, 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 yum.
You're gonna kill Rudolph?
Yeah, I know. I also kill bunny rabbits for Easter because,
I know that was. I know.
it's
now I
Elmer
put what I
season.
put.
Moose and wabbit. Yes. Can't remember when we did reindeer.
I knew we would chat it going.
All right, so I've got Cetalia, I've got Swifty, I've got Chris. Anybody else in for the event? We're going to knock that one out first. Then we'll get around to everything else.
Right, figured it out.
You figured it out?
Yeah, Windows is just being a BATCH.
Yes. Windows. It's Friday morning. Windows has been difficult.
When has Windows not been difficult? Then it doesn't matter what it's Friday, Monday, or
It's
holiday.
not like you can even threaten Windows. Windows is like, hey,
Uh,
I don't need to listen to you. You aren't the mother. You aren't the mom of me or the dad of me.
It's like, oh yeah, you gonna call me that, huh? Okay.
We'll
It's
see
the
who's in charge here.
32 era.
And throws in blue screens.
Here,
We're gonna
figure
wait
that
for
one
you,
out.
Chris. You just let us know.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Doesn't get any ships in space, but unfortunately in battle zone. So
Have you done? Yeah, you've already done your
yeah,
You
done
guys
yesterday.
use
So I got 30 of them to deal with myself. I'll be
Christoph.
major in them.
Christopher says you guys use Chris Titus's Winutil. I don't even know what that is. Maybe I'm being stupid, but I don't know what that is. Weeble?
He has a weewoo. Reporting a weewoo, Captain.
I don't even know what it is, Christopher.
minute, I'm showing the timer.
I'm reminded of a comic strip scene with Santa playing Scrabble with the reindeer, and the reindeer began teasing him to take his turn, his tile's venison. Oh. Okay.
What?
Apparently, Chris Titus's Winutil will debloat and trim windows. I did not know that.
Woo.
Huh?
And we have been joined by Commodore Virtus Amos. Oh, it's a GitHub file. Okay.
I'm waiting since they put AI in Windows so much that it'll be like, you're trying to install Win utility. We don't allow that.
I attempted to use AI to help me figure out something as a reference for an Excel spreadsheet that I'm working on. Let's see, hold on. Satalius is Grand Theft Moopsy. There we go.
I am the Board King.
Wow,
You
you're
will
up
be
early,
slain.
Board King.
Yeah.
Oh, that would.
What the heck? What the heck is up with
Yeah.
this? Board King is in the game and, well, he's awake and
Well,
he's
I'm
up
about ready
early.
to go to work here in about 45 minutes.
I thought you were working nights or something.
Starting tomorrow,
Starting tomorrow. Okay.
which means I'm going to be up for the next 24 hours so I can sleep during the day.
That's why they make beer. Alpha Tango says, for a second I thought you were going to say joined by Commodore 64. That actually would be pretty funny, yeah.
Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay.
that?
Well, we have a group here and we had one extra for the pug. And it's
Okay.
Commodore something or another. And 47 Alpha Tango says, I thought you were going to say joined by Commodore 64. And please don't age me by me being the only one who knows what Commodore 64 refers to.
I had a
I'll say
Commodore
it.
64.
Oh,
Loved
did
that
you?
thing, even it was clunky as heck.
Yeah.
I don't
But
even know what that means.
You could kill with
Oh.
that keyboard.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, Commodore 64 was a computer, and I use the term loosely
Yeah.
from, what, the 80s? Good
It
morning,
wasn't necessarily
Christopher.
you-
from the 80s, yeah.
Say something,
Personal
Christopher.
computer that had a
Hey,
data input through.
hush for a second so Christopher can say something so we can hear his voice.
Hi.
Hi! Welcome aboard. Okay,
How y'all doing?
we're doing good. That is the least Swedish accent I've heard in a while.
Yeah. I love talking English, so yeah.
It's
Well, we can ask Taz since he's Norwegian, so.
Taz
Close
is
enough, right?
Norwegian. It's not the same thing.
That's close enough.
No.
No.
Oh,
He's
no.
Got
talking
news for you.
Norwegian.
No.
I am sure Taz. You know what the funny thing is? Y'all assume I'm saying it's the same thing. I'm not. I'm saying that he's probably talking more Swede.
It's really funny because I was studying Danish so I could go over and visit Pi, and I wanted to be able to order my own gosh darn beer. Thank you very much. And I was trying to practice with him, and one, Danish and Swedish have some things in common, but not a lot. And he says my pronunciation is terrible, which is the same with my German. So when I'm visiting people in Germany, they're like, we'll just speak English, thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah.
My
If
Swedish-
you're making Germans want to switch to English, that's telling.
My Swedish and my German are equally horrendous. Actually, my Danish is bad too.
I had that with my Greek cousins. I was trying to speak Greek to them, and they're looking at me like, you know what? We'll just go
Yeah.
English from now on. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, people just do it deliberately so you don't have to speak their tongues.
Yeah, I
I
get
was
that.
actually trying. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a great idea. Like,
Yes.
what if you stopped talking your native language and only spoke in Klingon? Like, uh, when you're out in public,
I
would people understand?
For once I find Klingon offensive, secondly I don't know it, so I wouldn't use it.
I think that'd be totally cool. The thing that would be really fun is how many people would figure it out.
And I would break my
Mhm.
tongue in the process. That language is atrocious to speak out.
Let's see. 47
Yeah.
says, I can attest that LLMs can be useful as interactive diagnostic aids and technical brainstorming tools. It's reminiscent of how characters interact with the ship computer in Trek. And Satalia responds with, the moose once bit my sister.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Anyway, anyway, about the WinUtil, I myself have used it a lot, and it even like can debloat an official ISO. So if you decide to like reinstall Windows, it'll remove all the unnecessary things that Microsoft wants you to.
Yeah,
Uh,
when I look down the list of things that are installed on the two laptops that I took to Vegas, and the only thing I put on there was the game,
mm.
and the Windows list was crazy
like
long.
it removes the um, uh, Microsoft. They recently forced people to log in uh, via email to actually use the system, and WinUtil can remove that, so you can log in as a local user again,
Huh.
which is great.
Thank
I just want my computers to magically work so I don't have to think about it. That's my philosophy.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll say stop using Windows because it'll like make you go crazy.
Like I'm not already?
I mean, Mom's been around the Windows existence for quite a while.
I've been around since
I'm pretty
before
sure,
Windows
yeah,
existed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mom's
I won't say I've been
pretty
around
sure
since
used
before
to this
computers,
madness
but
at this point.
I've been around.
Oh, by the way, Mom,
Yes.
I got my things I was looking for last night.
Oh, you did? Where did you get them?
Yeah, the Infinity lockbox
Oh, you did.
thing.
Congratulations.
No, I didn't pull them. I mean,
Oh.
you know, when you get the bridge officer manual thing,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Infinity thing, it was already in there.
Oh.
You have to click on the last generation discover the
Ah.
last generation box, and then you have to randomly get those.
Oh, well, that stinks.
You don't get a choice of which one you want from that thing. It's randomly chosen for you.
I still think it would be really nice if once, the things that are no longer available were made available by crafting or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Or through something that already is in there, but like, I don't know, the Phoenix Prize tokens.
I see no
Something.
purpose in the Phoenix Prize tokens anymore. Just make that stuff available.
Unless you missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but
like,
let's say
late
you
in the
made
game, there's
that
really
available
nothing
through
to
the
do.
Lobby store or for GPL or something. I'm not saying take them away as being prizes. I'm saying the Phoenix Prize boxes for me are just an extra step, and a lot of the stuff, because I already own it, I can't use those
Yeah.
except to break them down into other things. Lobby could
The
double
tech
as a
upgrades
currency and
pretty
a
much don't think
crafting
worth it.
material. That's interesting. Lobby as opposed to lithium. But you can only get Lobie if you're opening up prize boxes. Or sorry, yeah, if you're
Which
opening up
requires
infinity
you to
boxes,
pay.
which is a money-related thing, and I think they've tried to prevent that from happening. Lobie is the compensation, so every box is worth at least the dollar you paid for a key. Can't remember what they call it.
Sure it is. Let's just say that. Yeah, let's just say that.
Well,
I don't
so
think
a
every
key, if you
dollar.
buy it from the Zen store, is approximately $1, and you tend to get at least that much in Lobie. Because it can't be gambling, you have to be able to get at least the worth back out of it for some countries. And I think that's where they came up with the Lobie. Oh, is it an either or? 500
No,
Lobie
whatever you
or
open, you always get
500?
small lobby, I think.
That's something to consider. Because I've been trying to figure out a way to get rid of some of the excessive currencies. We have GPL, we've got Lobie, we've got EC, we've got the lithium, we've got Zen. And I'm going to ignore the winter currencies because those are specific. And
Just out of curiosity, if if the Starfleet and the Klingons are said to be enemies, um, why did Worf apply to Starfleet if they are enemies?
well,
Because
because
he didn't come from the Klingon Empire. He was raised by humans.
yeah, he was
Because
abandoned
they
on
weren't
what
they
planet?
weren't enemies at the time.
Yeah, they weren't exactly
Sure.
friends at the time either. But Worf was found, he had been abandoned on, or orphaned on some planet, or abandoned on some planet, depends on your backstory. And the Yurzhenkos, I believe, found him and brought him back home so he wouldn't die.
I thought he was a orphan of the Kittimer massacre.
I don't know if he was an
When the
orphan
Romulans
or.
came in and blew
No,
up everything, and then he
no.
got and then Moog, his dad, got claimed that he was a traitor because he was claiming that.
No, those are things he learned on the way while he was already in Starfleet. That was long after. He
Okay.
already
But
enlisted and everything.
I
that
have a question
to
about the game.
Pardon?
mm,
I have a question about this
but
game.
Yeah,
oh,
go ahead.
cool.
The DSC encounters.
Yes.
Are they? Do we know what missions they are, or
No,
are they just
it's always at random. You can
okay?
get a
I
general
mean,
guide. You can get a general guideline because there will be waves, which will be 3 groups of enemies attacking. Support, which is primarily not a defense scenario, but can be. But it's like reactivate the satellites or fix the starship or
or make a
scan
scanning of something. Yeah.
or scanning
All
something.
right.
And the
All
third
right.
one is called. There's waves, there's support, and there's one other one. But
Defense.
yeah, defense, which is straight out pew-pew.
Okay.
But
I'm just
I actually see is that at as if you take a lion and you uh and you um uh and you let me see if I can find the right words. Um, let, let's assume that you bring a lion to your home and you raise it as your own child.
Yes.
Uh, that doesn't remove the true nature that the lion has, like the animal instinct.
really
So, in comparison to Worf, just because he was raised by a family doesn't remove what the Klingons are in their nature.
This is true. This is true. By the way, good morning, chosen slash seeker. But it's not like he is an animal who cannot consciously change his behaviors to be something else. I won't say something better, but something else. How am I doing this morning? I am doing fine. Everybody, how are you doing?
Okay.
Seeker wants to know how you are doing.
I'm doing fine.
All right, so Worf was born to Mo, moved to Kittimer Colony as a young child. A surprise Romulan attack killed his biological parents and most of the outpost. A Starfleet chief petty officer named Sergei Rozhenko found Worf in the rubble and adopted him. Worf was raised on Galt, a small agricultural human colony where his adoptive parents worked hard to honor and feed his cultural heritage despite their human environment. Worf chose to enter Starfleet, becoming the first Klingon officer in the service, driven by a desire to serve honorably and understand both sides of his identity.
And so his parent, he did get attacked. He was on
Oh,
kid
I,
or
I
one
knew he
mom
was on Kittimer, but I wasn't sure if his parents somehow managed to get off the planet or what. But yes, he was definitely orphaned.
I remember there was an episode where they had where they thought that Mogan might be alive, and they went to find that
Yeah,
colony that had the hybrids.
Birthright.
thank you. I knew there was an episode about that.
That was the one with that was also had Dr. Bashir in the episode.
Hmm, interesting. So now here's the fun question. They accepted Worf in, even though he was a Klingon, and while they weren't necessarily currently at war, they definitely were not allies yet. Similarly, there is an episode, The Drumhead, where they have a Starfleet member, I think he was a cadet or an ensign or something. Turns out that he's partially Romulan, but he does not get welcomed in the same way. And is that because he lied about his heritage, or do we have double standards going on, or what?
That he's Romulan.
But he,
Well,
I mean, no, I don't want that.
Romulans are not to be trusted,
Hang
as far
on,
as I'm concerned.
I
When a
love me
society
my
has to make a fake
Romulans.
front door.
I love me my Romulans. But it's
They
actually one of
make
my.
a fine ale.
They do indeed. Actually, Drumhead is, in my opinion, one of the best TNG episodes. It is amazingly well written.
Can I ask what is the ingredients in Romulan ale?
It
Alcohol.
depends.
Yeah, but in
Alcohol and blue
I mean,
blue coloring.
Yeah, blue
specific.
coloring.
47 says that whole situation was a witch hunt anyway, so I don't know if it's a valid comparison.
Mhm.
It, I think, without intending to be, is a wonderful examination of human or American culture. Satalia says it's made from ground Romulans. Can we do that in our best Charlton Heston voice, please?
It's made from ground Romulans.
Romulan ale
I don't
is
know.
made from people.
Wow, I feel so old when I hear that name.
Romulan ale. There are recipes for making Romulan ale. Star Trek
Really?
Spirits, the people that used to be Picard Wines, make a Romulan ale vodka, but we're not going to go there.
Well, wouldn't that just be my UV blue vodka?
Kinda, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
There is Romulan ale energy drink, which, believe it or not, is still made, and I have a can of it, but it's like 30 years old, so we're definitely not opening it up. And do we? Yes, we have Romulan ale recipes.
So would it give me more hair?
No, it probably would strip the hair from your body and then strip the paint from your walls. So if you want to make it at home, it's 2 ounces.
Everclear.
Not quite. 2 ounces white rum, 1 ounce blue curacao, 3/4 ounce fresh lime juice, 3 ounces ginger beer or lemon lime soda, and grapefruit zest or a slice of star fruit for garnish.
Right.
Let's see. I wonder if that would give us the proper blue color. No, that's a commercial. I do not want the commercial. I just want to see what it looks like.
Curacao should make it pretty blue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's blue. I was concerned that it was going to get kind of that translucenty look, but I'm looking at a glass of it. An unimpressive glass of it. It looks like blue water here, but I would imagine if you were to, zhuzh it up a little bit.
This doesn't seem like enough alcohol for how they, throughout Star Trek they have mentioned Romulan ale that it'll put a human on their ass.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Well, it's probably like both UV blue vodka and Everclear.
Together. In the same glass.
Yeah. I like that guy on YouTube that talks about people with Everclear.
Oh no. Satalia says, I caught a cold on
That's
New
pretty
Romulus, so
cool.
now I have a Romulan ailment.
Oh,
Let's
So, do
see.
you guys agree that the Final Frontier movie is heretic?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do you agree that the Final Frontier movie, where Spock meets his brother Cybok, do you think that it's heretic?
No, I think it's some really bad writing, but I've had people argue that it is not a bad movie personally. Yes, Seeker, let me look at your comment here. Sorry, I okay. Hold on a second. Seeker asks, I don't know what my Stowe character is supposed to be honest. But I know she wasn't accepted by other cadets when she joined Starfleet Academy at first. Oh, I love when people have good backstories. Nice backstory. Could be interesting. Um, Star Trek V, I think, was poorly written and not particularly well directed. But people have argued that it's got some of the best backstory moments in the movies. This is something that came up at the convention. People were saying, a couple people said it's their favorite movie.
Spock has a
Well,
history of just
I
not
I
mentioning
enjoy, I
his
enjoy some of
siblings.
the humor in the movie.
yeah,
I just thought it was weak. But you know, if you like it, you like it. I can't tell you you're wrong. I think William Shatner tried really hard to make humorous moments, and I think he tried a little too hard in some scenes to make humorous moments.
Mm. Mm.
And
Yeah, the campsite scenes are the greatest.
the campsite scenes are memorable, very
Yeah,
reminiscent of Blazing Saddles,
Life
if you will.
is not. Yeah. What does Spock say?
I was going to say
I can't
I'm
even
like
remember
when
what.
he actually tries to uh, take in what it's like to eat a marshmallow.
marshmallows, please.
But yeah.
I went to see that with my husband, so but without my son. So that must have been, what was the year for that movie? It was before Generations, right? Sorry, before
Yes,
Would have been 1989.
1989. Oh, maybe I did take my son to see it. So Star Trek V, yeah. So Generations was from the end of TNG going out.
yeah.
Generations
I
was
love that movie.
1994,
Okay,
and
wow.
Undiscovered Country was 91, 92.
Hmm. I love Generations.
Speaking of Generations,
We went to Viridian 3.
yeah, we did go to Viridian 3.
where you
How much
did?
was that shuttlecraft ride?
Yeah, how much? Because I want to go to the 32nd century.
What's it like on Viridian 3?
Hot.
Yeah, hot and dry.
Don't say.
You mean like
Hot and smoky. Hot and
juicer hot
smoky.
or
It wasn't horrible. I mean, it had been like 110 when we left Vegas, and when we got out there, it was probably 115.
Probably.
Yeah, and by the time we
How
got
was that
up
not?
towards the top, the wind was blowing pretty good. So once we cleared the big rock thing, there was a nice breeze.
and
Let's
the
see.
humidity level?
There's no humidity. It's a desert.
This is like Nevada.
Yeah, it was just
Oh.
hot and dry.
Hmm.
It's about an hour north of Vegas, so about halfway between Vegas and where Board King lives.
Yeah, about an hour northeast of Vegas.
Okay, now I'm going to feel really old. Generations came out the year I was born. Thank you, 47 Alpha Tango.
Wow, I was in high school
That's
when I
old
saw
in your
that.
definition.
Pardon?
Wait a minute. Are you younger than me?
Oh, me?
Wow.
No, this is 47 Alpha Tango who says that. No, I'm older than you.
Oh.
I
I'm
was in
older
high
than
school when I saw it.
everybody.
you know. But I say age is just a number because you can have very smart 10-year-olds and you can have very not smart 40-year-olds.
Yeah, I work with a few of them.
Mm. You
We live
work
on
at
a
my
planet full of them.
Yeah, no, I Generations came out the year that 47 Alpha Tango was born. I, on the other hand, saw the first episode of Star Trek.
I was in high school.
The first time it came out on network
You
television.
mean the original series?
Yes.
Ah, so 66.
Yep. And I remember seeing it, so it's not like I was a baby or anything. I want to
Ah,
say we were coming home from vacation.
okay.
But okay, Satalia, it's totally on you. I mean, we can always figure out something that doesn't involve that. So, yeah, we can work out details if you're interested, or we can work that out. If that's something you would like to do without anything coming of it, I can figure it out. Is that fair? And we can work it out privately.
One thing.
Generations. My son was
Go ahead.
6 years old, so I'm sure I dragged his sorry butt to go see it. No, hold. 7 years old.
One thing that I've always wondered about is why did Captain Kirk, why did he end up being a bully? Because he always bullies his doctor, Bones.
Yeah.
His name is not Bones, it's Leonard.
Well, yeah, but Bones is a short version of Sawbones, which is a general term for a doctor.
Yeah, but he doesn't like it when he's called Bones.
I don't know. I
Does
haven't.
he?
So I've got my mental
Never got that
backstory
impression.
there.
No, because so when his first wife divorced him, all he had left was his bones.
Yeah, but that's only in the
And
JJ
then,
version.
And then Kirk started calling him Bones.
That's
Bone.
the kill
Kirk
But
gave
but
him
that's the
nickname Bones.
JJ version. That's not the
The
original one.
2009 version, he was called Bones before then, and that was not the reason.
Oh.
Okay,
what
yeah.
was the reason?
So it does go back to McCoy is called Bones as a short and playful version of Sawbones, an old-fashioned 19th military slang for surgeons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the original Bones nicknames comes from. Very, very old. Now, so that's from the original series. When they did the updated one, they did it as the only thing left was my bones. Or the only thing she didn't take was bones. Kirk uses the moniker out of deep affection and camaraderie to break up the formal military structure on the USS Enterprise for the original series.
Mm-hmm.
And because
US's military structure, is anything formal?
yeah, Roddenberry was in the military for quite a bit, so I can see where that would come out of it.
Yeah.
19th century doctors, that's all they pretty much did was, oh, you got shot in the leg, cut your leg off.
Yeah. Yeah. And anesthesia was not a thing yet.
Teacher.
You
Yeah,
have to remind
so
me about that.
if I remember correctly, the French military surgeons and possibly the English military surgeons were working to try to figure out the fastest way to do amputations, in part to minimize bleeding, but also because...
Mom, I'm eating.
Well, you're always eating, Taz. I never can talk about all the fun stuff. You're not even going to let me talk about executing Japanese criminals. Blah, 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 blah. I won't go there. Okay, I have some Borg ships. Would anybody like to join me for something Borgy?
Finally, we're doing something.
You're doing something?
No, finally, we're doing something.
I finally, I'm not the one who constantly, I am the one who constantly talks. All right, anybody else want to join us for something Borg?
Sure.
Neto, Mom.
Well, you guys are already heroes.
Do I need to be assimilated?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do I need to be assimilated?
Probably nobody
Preferably not.
needs to be assimilated. I need to go back and ask 2 questions for Seeker. When do you think his character, Laura V. Church, joined Starfleet? This is the Romulan Seeker? She's currently a vice admiral. So if you're talking about this one, we're at 2411. She's a vice admiral. Typically, what's the promotion curve from cadet to vice admiral, which is pretty high up?
30 years?
At
Probably.
least 30. And she's Romulan, though, right? Because if she's Romulan, she can be older. They have a longer lifespan. She might not have joined Starfleet. When she was 30, she might have waited. Or when she was 18, she might have
130.
waited. Yeah, she might have been 30 or 40 before she joined. So you can probably make that your backstory any way you want to. She's not. Oh, what race is she?
You know, Romulan.
Ishi. Bishi.
Christopher, did you want to join us for some pew-pew?
No,
Okay.
not at the moment.
You're always welcome to. We don't
Sure.
gatekeep about that stuff.
I'm not in game, so don't bother asking me.
Say that again?
I'm not in game, so
Well, yeah, I know. You said you had to go to work. I don't know, to be honest. She looks like a hybrid. Yeah, but you get to decide that, Seeker. If she's human and Andorian, she probably would have joined between 18 and 25 typically. So she would be, let's see, it's 2411, subtract 30, 2381. So 2381-ish, maybe a little bit older or younger, depending on your personal view of how long it takes to go through everything. We did guillotine yesterday, but I need 30, so we're going to do, I know you don't like, let's do Kittimer Vortex. I'll get my 30 ships out of that one. We are queued.
By the way,
We were,
what do you guys think of Deep Space Nine?
What do I think of Deep Space Nine?
Yeah.
Probably the best written Star Trek of all of them in terms of they had a really good idea of, after the first season, what they wanted to do. They had an arc. They had a timeline. They had character development. They had a plot. They had people who weren't just good or bad. They had really nice three-dimensional characters. It's not my favorite Star Trek, but I think it's probably the best of them.
I prefer Voyager just because they had a female captain.
Voyager had the most evil of all characters in all of Trek, and it was the captain. I don't like Janeway.
Don't you what?
agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's fine. I love you guys because we can disagree. We can have lots of fun with
Janeway
that.
wasn't evil.
Janeway is
that
evil.
reminds me of that shirt I saw at the convention. You remember that, Mom?
The Tuvix shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Janeway killed Tuvix.
Tell me.
So, what makes Janeway evil?
In
She,
Mom's opinion.
in my opinion, she does not act to the good of her people all the time. A lot of time, she's in a situation where she needs to prioritize getting home, and a lot of times she goes off on tangents and diversions and then throws in the prime directive when it's convenient for the plot. And this isn't because Janeway's evil, it's because terrible script writing, which I get. They were going through a lot of script writers who really didn't get it, didn't do their research, didn't know what they're talking about. But I think
Can you give me an example?
Tuvix. We'll just go with a really easy one.
Just where I was
I mean-
thinking you might actually have some reason. Tuvix is the exact reason why she wasn't
No,
evil.
she killed somebody. She murdered somebody.
Yeah, but already 2 people were dead. Who could have
Yeah,
been
so now
restored
she's
to
killed
life?
3. No, there's a lot of little
No,
time.
because
Yeah.
Neelix and... But Tuvok and Neelix were back,
Yeah, but
so they were no longer dead.
But are they really? Are they really the real Tuvix and
I mean, whoever using
Tuvok and Neelix?
transporter is, like, are we gonna go into that semantics?
I mean, we can.
No, I don't want to.
No,
I
either.
had to
no,
think
and this
about
is
it.
one
I don't
reason.
either, Chris.
This is actually one of the reasons I happen to love that episode. Is it has provoked conversation and comment, and it's been what 30 years since that episode came out. People are still talking about that. That makes it a great episode.
But you know what though? You really
Yeah.
can't use that as an example about her breaking the Prime Directive because all of them have done it.
Well, no, that's not a Prime Directive break. That's just a
No,
she's a
Prime
horrible
Directive
excuse
does
for
not
human
apply
Oh,
being.
well,
to
you're saying that too.
situation.
No,
You're
no,
saying
Prime
that
Directive
too.
is a
That she was
different one.
breaking Prime Directive.
I could go
But you
through
said
and
that
pull
too.
up some of the things, but at 6:40 in the morning, no, I can't do anything. I'm happy I could make the coffee, and the only reason I made that is because I started it last night.
I love how it talks about value of life, though.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be in her shoes as a commanding officer of a
Oh
tactical
no,
officer who has a family and has been presented as an emergence of two different people to, like, even Tuvok's family. Like,
Yeah.
she had the responsibility over more than just kind of Tuvok, because Neelix had his own, like, things going. I think Cass was still around, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
The Tuvok's episode still happened during Cass's reign, so I think that still affected her as well. And yeah, sure, that Two Vix was a fun amalgamation and merging. And I love the actor who actually managed to pick up on so many things that both Neelix and Tuvok did, because he
oh no,
did
the actor
act
was
on
good.
both of them, and that was really well done. But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, how do you even get that sort of thing explained in, like, to Starfleet in the briefing if they return? Because they would be asking, did you have the means to reverse this procedure? Yes, I had. Why didn't you do it?
Yep.
And
My
What-
my favorite episode is the Thaw.
Which one?
The Thaw.
The Thaw?
THAW. The Thaw.
Oh, the Thaw.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
think
was
that's
that?
the Stephen King's version of Voyager. Of it.
Actually, I will say that is one of the episodes I thought was really well done. 47 points out. Prime Directive example would be destroying the caretakers. Right. Thank you very much.
How would it be? Because the Ocampa knew about space. They knew about the Kazon. They knew about everything.
Yeah, but
It wasn't a surprise to them.
she didn't put the needs of her crew ahead of the needs of anything else. And at that point,
But
getting
she
her
put-
crew back.
And now
Well,
understanding
needed to
there
be a
was more
priority.
Campa than there was her crew, because they had an entire underground city where the Campa were put there artificially by the caretaker because he destroyed their planet.
Yep.
Therefore, they were not applied by Prime Directive directly, and they were got involved into all of this because of the caretaker in the first place.
Let's see.
Yeah,
So I
and
still
they knew about the Kazon.
They knew about the Kazon thing. They used to be a species, and it's been constantly picked up that they used to be capable of more in their psychic abilities. They used to be more advanced and civilized because they had their whole thing going. It was the caretaker who broke. I mean, he wasn't part of Starfleet, but he was the one who actually broke the rules of the Prime Directive and directly by
No, he can't break
interfering
the
so
rules of
many
the Prime
species
Directive
into.
because he's not
No,
governed by
I'm
the Prime
saying
Directive.
I am saying I acknowledge the fact
Well,
that
I
he
have to go, y'all.
wasn't,
So
but
see y'all
he
later.
messed it
Take
all
care,
up
Board
and
King. We'll talk
entangled
to you
all of
later.
them.
Be safe.
No, I understand that he didn't break the Prime Directive because it didn't apply to him by species or by
By
him
anything.
belonging to Starfleet. That's true, but he intertwined and entangled so many species with his involvement
Yes,
through
but
all he's done by grabbing Maquis ships, by grabbing Voyager and other starships, and also destroying everything about the Campan world.
yeah, but that still isn't her
And
issue.
it is not stated, but I think it's implied that there's more Kampa than these couple of hundred, at least couple of thousand of them living underground.
Yeah.
So needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few, I
No,
guess.
no. That's a Vulcan thing. That's not the Prime Directive.
It's not I'm not saying anything about. I don't know why you're picking on the Prime Directive. I never
Because that was
have
my
anything.
argument. So I thought we were going that way. Okay, fine. We won't go that way. In any case, if she's following the Prime Directive,
I don't think
it's
she wasn't
non-interference.
because I don't think it applied in this specific case.
Someone applied in the Celtic watching then.
Let's see.
I
Janeway
think
shouldn't
part
have
of her
interfered. She
worry
should
was
have
that
used
the
the array
Kazon
to
would
get
get
home
the
and
ship.
ignored it according to the Prime Directive. Okay.
I think what worried Janeway more than getting home involving the caretaker array is that if the Kazon got a hold of it, that ship or station or whatever is far more capable than Starfleet is in fighting.
Yeah, well,
The
that was the threat
technology is
because if it
way beyond.
because the
So she
caretaker
hasn't
was
started.
able to send them back and was able to like even transport back into the Alpha Quadrant. If Kazon got the hold of that data and ability, then they could have been a real threat in the galaxy at some point
Yeah,
because that
but
would really pose
could have
a
been
technical advantage.
is a whole different kitty than were. I mean, it's
But is
theoretical.
it worth? Is it worth the risk?
It's not her judgment.
Well,
I
Because
she's
what
mean,
there
if you
five
left the
minutes. She
array?
it's
didn't
Hold
have
on.
a
What
long
if
that's
you
time
kind
left
to
the array?
function.
Hold
that
up.
kind of
What if you left the array and then the Borg suddenly found it?
the Borg already knew how to get there. The Borg has
Yeah,
better
it took them a long
technology.
time to get there.
Yeah,
So now they have a thing that can instantly fling their ships across the galaxy,
yeah.
In an instant, faster
and they
than
can
their
fix it.
transport technology.
Okay, let's
And
see.
if it did break down, they can fix it.
Okay, 47 Alpha Tango says she should have just used the array to get home and ignored it, according to the Prime Directive. I agree. If there was, I mean, if we get to go and kill off species because they have the potential of being a threat to the Federation, wow, we can just go blanket bomb.
Aren't we forgetting about the fact that they couldn't work it out how to operate the array and that they needed the caretaker to do it? Because it was
And he died.
like, and he was dying and was busy with fixing up the Acampa with a permanent solution, or at least giving them enough energy supplies to last them as long as he could. I distinctly remember that they were having a hard time figuring out the technology, and working it out would have probably taken them longer than the Kazon coming in and taking over. So still, there was a time pressure
Okay,
factor then.
47 says Tuvok was literally ready to activate the return sequence. It's been a long time since I've watched it, so
I'll have to rewatch it.
yeah,
Don't.
I will too. I guess we know what's on the next watch party. Swifty says, I like Chakotay as captain of the Maquis. I think Chakotay had some potential, except for the fact that the person who was writing his backstory didn't know anything about indigenous
Oh yeah, I know.
Americans.
I I like the chant too that when they always doing they orders.
Personally, couldn't stand
You know,
Chakotay in any capacity.
I brought up the same thing to somebody about the Native American thing, about them not knowing it,
Yeah.
and somebody once said that, well, you know what? As you know, this regular Western society is so homogenized in Star Trek
Mm-hmm.
that maybe it happened. Maybe the same thing happened to the survivors of tribes. They all got together. You know, who was left
And
after the big war,
I could actually live with
and
that
it
as a
just homogenized.
I
Sure,
could
but
live with
in
that
so
as a
many ways,
background.
apparently was disrespectful to those indigenous people.
It sure as heck was. Yes, thank you very much.
And I think that was the bigger problem, rather than
But
yeah.
now, if they had wanted to address it correctly and not go, well, this guy knows what he's talking about,
They would have verified his credentials for one.
yeah, that would have definitely helped. But they could have written it exactly the way you just described, that much of our culture was lost during the war, and this is what we've been able to put together. Great. One line describes every reason for it being just off the walls.
Yeah. Instead, they just
Yeah, 'cause
pretended that this is accurate.
They didn't pretend, they had no clue because they're not paying attention.
I mean, no, I mean the guy who was a consultant, he pretended this was accurate without actually having an idea, and they just went with it without making any credential verification.
So, Seeker wants to know which ship could do more damage in battle, the Connie or the Salcombe? Narg, it's not easy to say because it depends on how you built it. Let's.
I'm wondering also. We know that the Borgs are created by something, but where did they get created?
Okay, so depends on your version of the backstory. Some people say it was related to the whole V'ger probe.
Oh,
That at some point, as you're going through Star Trek: The Motion Picture, you see a reference to a planet of living machines. So there is some
yes.
concept that that is it.
Okay.
But they're
Yeah,
not living
except
machines. They're cybernetic creatures.
it is
Immune
mentioned
pilot.
during Voyager run that they've been running for many hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. So
And I know that a lot of times in science fiction, though not specifically in Star Trek, we do see references to cultures that go are seeking to do some form of hybridization of robot and human, I can see where that could go horribly, horribly wrong and make for
At
interesting background story.
least, I think at least they would be around more than around 1,000 years old because
Yeah.
when it was Seven of Nine that awoke in the Vad War in that episode. I think it's I don't remember the title of the episode. But when they awoke on the Vad War in their homeworld that was completely obliterated, they were in their stasis pods for like 800 or 900 years, and they said that they had no idea that the Borg have taken over so much part of the Delta Quadrant at the stage when they will go to awoken. They were aware of them already, but they weren't as menacing and as like scourging as a plague as they became in the time they got awakened, and that was like 900, 800 years apart, so they had to be at least 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
That derails the V'ger part because V'ger would be like 300 years old.
No, no. V'ger as in the thing with which the Voyager probe melded with, the thing that existed before V'ger
Oh
hit
yeah,
it. So the
but
thing that was
but the Voyager probe came in like 300 years before, so
right, right. But so it could have been pulling from information that the original probe uh, discovered along the line. If you want what it says in Memory Alpha, it is canon on-screen lore notes the Borgs existed for hundreds of thousands of years, slowly growing from a localized species into a multi-system collective.
there you
But
go.
Probably would take them a long time
1,000
to.
years old.
but originated in the Delta
How much?
Quadrant, so the background. Oh, isn't too far from what I said. They evolved from a peaceful or ordinary organic species into cyborgs by using physical and nanotechnology to seek ultimate perfection through the assimilation of other cultures, which I'm going to bet is a later inclusion from, oh, I want to be transhuman or trans whatever. Let's see, Shatnerverse has its own explanation. Star Trek Destiny Trilogy has another explanation that I personally prefer. Go read it. Getting back to Seeker, who's actually talking about, let's see,
How much how much was Shatner involved in writing the whole movie series?
nothing. Shatner was
Not
not
at
involved in.
all.
No,
He
in writing.
directed one,
He
I think,
directed one,
but
but he did not write it. Writers were independent. So the
directed was in
Shatnerverse
his
are the
name.
books that he quote wrote, close quote, because he wrote them with other people who actually know how to write stuff, and they're not horrible books at all. It's a completely different backstory, though. Not a bad backstory, but it is
But isn't
not.
considered canon.
It is as much as any book is considered canon. Yeah. I mean, you get into some of the
Pretty well,
Peter
too.
David stuff. A lot of the Peter David stuff was really, really, really good, very well written, but it doesn't exist in canon because it takes the characters off in different directions than we've got in series and in movies. But it's technically canon because it's an officially licensed book. Let's see. Seeker said, hold on. Oh, okay. So Seeker's talking about his character. She was on DS9 at one point when she was an ensign. This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, but you get to write your backstory. But if you're going to say that she is a vice admiral now, that would put her around in 2381. She would probably not have been on Deep Space Nine in 2381 because that would still be Tarek Noor during the Cardassian War with Bajor. That might be difficult to make her an ensign at that point. By the time we get to about what year do we have DS9 being DS9?
Hold on, looking it up now.
Okay.
The year 2369 is when they took over.
When the Bajorans took, or when the Federation took over?
When the Federation
Oh,
when the Federation took over administration.
Okay, Seeker, yeah, you can absolutely have her being an ensign on DS9 then. It works perfectly with your timeline.
Almost, yeah, about 30, 40 years.
Well, he would have had her there sometime early in her career, so it'd be like 2380. So yeah, absolutely would work. That actually makes for a good character background. All right, it's magic time. I actually have, I hate to say this, I have work to do today. I know.
Oh my God.
I know. I know. Imagine that.
And in one of the movies, Kirk is told that Khan hates his guts because he is responsible for his wife's death.
Yep.
But what did he exactly do?
He marooned them on a
But they left them
planet.
on that planet.
Yeah, so the planet was a Class M planet, but after some event in space, it got knocked out of its orbit, changed the environment of that planet, and all of a sudden, the buggy creature things started killing them off. Now, I don't know if she died from being brain infected by one of the bugs or if she died from something else, though.
Are you talking about SETI Alpha 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, the desert planet they found him in Wrath of Khan. That
Yeah.
planet was an M-class planet when TOS was around.
So what is SETI Alpha 6 then?
Well-
They thought that the planet that they landed on, where Khan was SETI Alpha 6, because SETI Alpha 6 was gone or something.
Yeah,
I
let's
can't remember
see.
exactly what it was.
Hang on, I'm looking
Yeah.
up here. Okay. In Space Seed, Picard, Kirk leaves them on SETI Alpha 5. 6 months later, the neighboring planet SETI Alpha 6 explodes. The blast shifts SETI Alpha 5's orbit, turning the world into a howling, wind-scoured wasteland.
That makes sense. It would push it closer to the sun.
Really shouldn't push them closer to the sun, but we're not going to argue physics.
I mean, well, it burned up the planet, and turned it into a desert.
I get that, but do you know how much energy it takes to push you out of an orbit?
I mean, you really want to go there with Strange New Worlds and Earth's Soul 5?
Oh, no. We are totally not going there. We had that debate with that episode.
Really want to go there?
Yeah. Like you said, physics gets thrown in there when it's convenient, and when it's not, it's like, it's just physics. We don't have to care about that.
Wave your little hand, the little magical fingers.
Exactly. Exactly. 2381 is during lower decks. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I remember it was in the 2380.
Yep, early 2380s, beginning in the year 2380. So yeah, you're 100% right. Let's see, season 1 is 2380, seasons 2 through 4 are 2381, and the series concludes in 2382. So just like Star Trek Online, really interesting. Physics, space magic, absolutely.
Another question: Why did Pike have to destroy the USS Vengeance?
I'm going for a nap.
Of course you are. You have a good nap, Taz. Why does Pike destroy the Vengeance?
Yeah.
I thought the Vengeance got destroyed in Star
Kelvin
Trek
World.
Into
Kelvin
Darkness.
World.
I'm talking about the ship that is so fast that no one can actually outrun it.
Okay.
It's seen in one of the newer movies.
Yeah, that
It's
was
destroyed
Pike.
through the crew, efforts of the crew of the Enterprise. It has nothing to do with Pike.
Hang on.
Didn't they crash it onto Earth?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Or San Francisco once again bore the brunt of something that Starfleet did?
Okay, so if we're talking in Star Trek Into Darkness, Admiral Marcus uses the Vengeance to attack the Enterprise, and the Dreadnought intercepts the Enterprise, blah, 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 blah. Technically, Scotty crashes it in there. Because Pike is killed earlier in that movie.
Is he killed?
Yeah, at the beginning, there's an attack by...
I thought that's when he gets that's when he gets the wheelchair.
No. This is in the JJ universe where he doesn't...
Yeah.
No, he does
Wheelchair
not...
at the end of the first movie, and the second
Yeah.
one is where he dies at the very beginning.
Yeah, but he's not, mutilated like he is in the series.
Yeah, Scotty always doing something.
Yeah, we're going to blame Scotty for this one.
Just blame Scotty.
Let's see. For one thing, Admiral Pike is Kirk's mentor and murdered by Khan at the beginning of the movie. So, yeah, so it's not him. And technically it would be Scotty.
Well, he is responsible.
I am being facetious. But no, Pike is not directly responsible for that. How do you catch up? Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Magic, space magic. We're gonna go with space magic. Though somebody actually does theorize how they pulled it off.
I mean, 47 Alpha Tango is probably right. I think it was right. Khan crashed it. He just gave up on it when the ship was already hurt.
Yeah.
He just crashed it to hurt them as much, to hurt Starfleet as much as
Okay.
possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which would be on par for an egomaniac,
He was
megalomaniac.
the least connish of
But
the
why not?
cons.
But why not just beam him out of there? Like, beam Khan out of the ship.
Jesus, why are we talking?
I mean, why didn't you just push Khan into the star at SETI Alpha instead of just putting him on a planet?
Because we're not
Knowing
that
full
kind
well
of
what he
person.
was.
Because we're not Janeway.
That was below the belt.
Her
Thank
sister
you.
would've
Thank
done it.
you.
Below the belt.
Occasionally, I do like to hit below the belt. It's much more effective. So if you go really below the belt and you take out the
When
kneecaps,
you talk
that's the
about
most
the belt,
effective.
you mean the Orion's belt?
I still
No, the
have to go to
asteroid
work,
belt.
everybody. So let's go raid somebody. I know
Alright.
it's a concept. Mom has to go to work. Let's go find someone here.
I don't think I'll ever recover.
No, me too. Oh no, you face shot me with that one.
I have to
Let's
go,
see.
guys.
So do I. So
God bless.
everyone, go have a wonderful
fun.
day. We're going to be back in about 11 hours to watch the last 3 episodes of Strange New Worlds. If you'd like to join us,
Okay.
you are more than
Oh,
welcome to.
I just need 2 days to get my meta campaign done.
Ooh. Let's see. Let's
'Cause
go
we're
raid.
getting 100 per, what is it, 100 per day or something?
Yeah, 50 per day. 50 per day.
Oh, okay, then I need 4 days.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. On behalf of everybody here at the Dark Mom Concern, I want to thank you all for joining us this morning. No, not the Great Mom. Yeah. Moopsy. Well, the Moopsyverse thing. Yeah. Welcome to the Moopsyverse. Have a good day, everybody. And as we like to say around here, stay moopsome.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.